Welcome back, Ink Chasers. Today I'm going to be showing you in my collection section my Rangers PC. Now this is something I've been working on for some time. I guess really you can say I've been working on it my entire life because it's been coming through, or these cards have been coming from, things that I've had throughout my life. There are a lot of holes on it, I know, and it's all stuff that I've had over the years and got as I come. And what I've been working on is the Texas Rangers Topps cards, all base cards, and getting them signed. Most of them are in person. There are a lot that are TTM, but I will be breaking these up probably into two videos. They're in two different binders, but as you all know, binder videos do tend to go quite lengthy, and I'm going to try my best to keep it, not too long. But when you're talking about going through 1972 to present, cards do tend to stack up and make long videos. So I will grab these off my shelf here and see what we have. Okay, so here's my first binder. I call this one the blue binder. And here in the beginning, I'm going to do my best to keep the glare off of these two. I've got my Keebler cookie cards. Chris Carpenter, Doug DeCenzo, Jeff Houston, Dan Peltier, John Russell, Matt Whiteside, Perry Hill, Jackie Moore, and Claude Olstein. These were giveaway at a Rangers game. Geez, I don't even remember how long ago. It's been a while. I think it was actually the old stadium. So if anybody else has any more of these, they were in like a little sheet of like 4 or 5 cards per sheet. I think it was like 5 or 6 sheets stapled together. I had just pulled them apart and have been getting them signed. So I think there are 3 different sets, and this is one of them. They're, like I said, they're a game giveaway. If anybody has any and is wanting to sell them or trade them, hit me up. I'm looking for the rest of the set. But let's get on to it. Here we have the 1972 Topps. I only have 2 of them. I have Tom Grieve and Ken Suarez. One of the things about this 72 Topps, and it's kind of hard to see here, is these are taking a page out of the Donruss Panini book, or maybe Donruss Panini is taking a page out of Topps, but they had taken pictures from the 1971 season where the Rangers were still the Washington Senators. And what they did was just remove the W off their hats. So they're still wearing the red, and as you can see in this one, the pinstripes of the Senators. In other cards from the set, you can tell more that it's missing the logo off the hat. These two are pretty hard, but this is all I have right now. And then here we have 1973, Mike Paul, Pete Broberg, Dalton Jones, which he signed in ballpoint. There's kind of hard to tell on that one. You'll see a lot of holes because I still need a lot of cards for my collection. This is 1974. Jim Fregosi, Ken Suarez, Larry Grua, $1975, Fregosi, David Clyde. One of the greatest pitchers the Rangers destroyed. Steve Hargan, Bill Hands, Tom Grieve. And these are not signed, but I'll show you these as well. There's Peter Broberg. Mike Hargrove rookie. Team card. Billy Martin on it. 1976. Steve Fauser. Toby Hara. There's Mike Hargrove. I had gotten this one signed before I'd gotten the other card, so I would have gotten the other card signed as well. Clyde Wright. And Leo Cardenas, signed in red. Can't complain with TTMs. Some of these are TTMs, some of these are in person. Actually, most of them I think are in person from different Rangers Fan Fest throughout the years and signings. Fergosi, Roy Smalley. Jim Umberger. Steve Hargan. Stan Thompson. Oh, sorry, Thomas. And I do have the tradeds and extendeds and updates in my set. For the most part, it is just base cards. I think during this era, that's all there really was, but Jeff Turpeko. Another Tom Grieve. I don't know if I said it, these are the 1977 tops. Gene Kleins, Mike Wallace. And 1978 tops. Adrian Devine. Bill Fahey. Tommy Boggs. Manager card, Billy Hunter. George Doc Medich. Jim Mason. And this is the team checklist that Billy Hunter signed on the back. $1979 tops. Jim Mason. Lynn Barker. Reggie Cleveland. Bobby Bonds, Barry's dad. Toby Hara. John Matlack. Bump Wills. Al Oliver. And manager card, Pat Corrales. Mike Hargrove. Brent Campaneris. Doc Medich. And this is Rangers prospects with Billy Sims and Danny Darwin. Still need to get Pat Putnam on there. Another Pat Corrales. This is 1980 tops. Steve Comer, Bump Will, or sorry, my bad, that's Buddy Bell. Looking through the camera, so it had a glare on it at the time. Johnny Grubb, George Medic, Jim Kern, Eric Sudamore Home, Billy Sample, there's Bump Wills, Mickey River, Danny Darwin, John Matlack, Jerry Don Gleason. On to 1981, Danny Darwin. Here's Bob Babcock and Jerry Don Gleason. Mickey Rivers, Fergie Jenkins, Bump Wills, Jim Kern, Jim Norris, Billy Sample, Charlie Huff, Adrian Devine. Now, Billy Sample is a super nice guy. If you haven't written to him, you should write to him. Really nice guy. Good, great TTMer. I met him in person and TTM as well. Johnny Grubb, Steve Comer, John Matlack, Buddy Harrelson, who recently has stopped signing. He's no longer signing as well. Another George Medic. Leon Roberts, Bill Stein, Mark Wagner, 1982 Tots, Steve Comer. It's only signed once. It's the fake signature and the real signature. Some of them you can't really tell there's a difference. George Medic. Just need to get Al Oliver on that one. Bob Lacey, Billy Sample, John Matlack, Danny Darwin, who was recently promoted up to the Reds pitching coach, Dave Schmidt, Bill Stein, Mark Wagner, Jim Kern, Johnny Grubb, Bob Babcock, Leon Roberts, Mickey Rivers in action, Charlie Huff, Rick Honeycutt, Frank Tanana. Now 83 is one of my weak years as far as collecting, because it's in between when my parents were collecting and before I started collecting on my own. Here's Dave Schmidt, George Wright, Steve Comer, Mike Richard signed in green, which was interesting, Billy Sample, John Matlack, Frank Tanana, Billy Sample, Rick Honeycutt, Dave Hostetler, Mike Smithson, Charlie Huff. These are the 1984 tops. Dave Tobick, Danny Darwin, Frank Tanana, Mickey Rivers, Pete O'Brien, Dave Schmidt, Mike Richhart, George Wright, Bill Stein, Gary Ward, Curtis Wilkerson. I still need to get that one signed. I've got a lot of his signed through Rangers Fan Fest, but haven't got that one yet. Ned Yost, Alan Bannister, Mike Mason. This is 1985 Topps. Frank Tanana, Alan Bannister, Jeff Kunkel. It's the father and son card. And he wrote "Praise the Lord" because his father had already passed away when I got this signed. Bill Stein, Danny Darwin. There's the regular Jeff Kunkel card. Dave Schmidt, Billy Sample, Mickey Rivers, Gary Ward, George Wright, Mike Mason, Doug Rader, Charlie Huff, Curtis Wilkerson, Bob Jones, Ned Yost, '86 Topps, Dave Schmidt, Gary Ward, George Wright, Mike Mason, Charlie Huff, Gino Petralli, Pete O'Brien, Bill Stein, Curtis Wilkerson, Bert Hooton, Odom McDowell, Toby Harrah, Greg Harris, Glenn Brummer, Charlie Huff on the leaders card, Alan Bannister, Scott Fletcher, Jose Guzman, '87 Topps, Mike Lloyd, Steve Buechele, Jose Guzman, Pete Incaviglia, Bobby Witt, Jeff Russell, Mike Mason, Gary Ward, Jerry Brown, '88 Topps, Curtis Wilkerson, Jeff Russell, Dwayne Henry. On the leaders here, I've got Steve Buechele, Mike Stanley. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Bob Brower, Mike Lloyd, Scott Fletcher, Greg Harris, Steve Buechele, Jose Guzman, Odom McDowell, Charlie Huff, Pete O'Brien, Bobby Witt, sorry, 1989 Topps, Jeff Kunkel, Gino Petralli, Cecil Espy, Scott Fletcher, Curtis Wilkerson, Charlie Huff, Chad Kruger, Jose Guzman, Dwayne Henry, Bobby Witt, Jeff Russell, Mike Stanley, Pete O'Brien, Steve Buechele on the leaders card, Steve Buechele regular card, Bob Brower, get back in there, Craig McMurtry. These are the Topps traders. 1990 Topps. Jack Doherty, Jeff Russell, Mike Stanley, Bobby Witt, Jeff Kunkel, Gary Melke, Steve Bouchel, Craig McMurtry, Jose Guzman, Donald Harris, Juan Gonzalez. That's the one that I showed you in my evolution of a signature. Jeff Russell, Charlie Huff, Charlie Huff, guess that one was singing through. I was trying to figure out what was going on there. Mike Jeffcoat, Brett Arnsberg, Scott Colbaugh. Said Charlie Huff already, but it's because that one was blank. Jeff Houston, Gary Pettis, John Russell. These are Topps traded, and then we've got some pro debut. There's Juan Gonzalez. '91 Topps, Gary Melke, Pete Incaviglia. This is one I got from the contest for Remember the Great Sports. Go check out his page. Juan Gonzalez, Scott Colbaugh, Jeff Russell, Mike Stanley, Steve Bouchel, Charlie Huff, Jeff Kunkel, Jack Doherty, Brett Arnsberg, John Russell, Jeff Houston, Dean Palmer, Kevin Belcher. Going on to 1992 Topps. Juan Gonzalez. There's a Pudge Rodriguez rookie. Brian Bohannon. Jose Guzman. My Goose Gossage I recently received. Jeff Russell. Jeff Houston. Jack Doherty. Gary Pett. Oh, nope, that one's on the other side. Mike Jeffcoat. Donald Harris. Wayne Rosenthal. Dan Peltier. Bobby Witt. Gary Pettis. Donald Harris. Wayne Rosenthal. 1993 Topps. Juan Gonzalez. Jeff Houston. Jose Guzman. I got two of these Canseco's. One's got the foil and one doesn't. Dan Smith. Donald Harris. '94 Topps. Benji Gill. Rob Ducey. That's all I've got for the first binder. I will bring up the next one and probably do, since I'm over 25 minutes now, I'm going to go on a second video for part 2. So stay tuned.